Charlton's cup dream's over for another year. The team were free to concentrate on consolidating their position in the second division, in the never-ending battle to reach the promotion playoffs. The squad's next league fixture was on the 8th of February, at home to David Webb's team from Essex, Southend United. Once again, we're joined at Upton Park by commentator Steve Dixon.
The strains of the Red Robin ring out again over Upton Park here in East London to welcome Charlton Athletic and Southend United onto the field for this afternoon's crucial second division fixture. Charlton in 9th, Southend in 2nd, and of course just 6 points separating the sides. Let's have a look at the two sides there. The Charlton side, first of all, of course, most notably, let's look at Gary Nelson, number 10, who is of course a former Southend player since of course he left Southend, which of course he started his career with. Gary Nelson's played for Plymouth, Swindon, Brighton, on loan with Notts County, and now of course he's knocking the goals here for Charlton Athletic. Let's also look at one or two other names in the Charlton lineup. Anthony Barness of course retains his place at number 3, although Scott Minto came back in the side at Brighton last weekend for his 100th game for the club. And of course the goal scorers at Brighton last weekend, Robert Lee, and at number 14 for Charlton, Paul Gorman. Let's look now at the Southend lineup. One or two familiar names, certainly for supporters of South London football. In goal, Paul Sansome, who used to be with Millwall. Chris Powell at 3, a former Crystal Palace player, as is number 7, Andy Ansah. John Cornwell, number 8, used to ply his trade just down the road with the Orients. And one player to look out for there, number 10, Ian Benjamin, the Southend skipper, a much-travelled striker. Fortunately for Charlton, Southend's most dangerous player, Brett Angel, is not in the lineup this afternoon, so he will not be adding to his 19 league and cup goals this season. And referee Keith Cooper gets us underway. Southend currently in second position in the second division, now defending a corner from a kick from Colin Walsh. Webster couldn't get in there. The shot from Robert Lee, and now Barness with a drive, well held by Paul Sansome. Anthony Barness scored his first goal for Charlton at St James's Park a couple of weeks ago, having never previously scored above South East Counties level, but he certainly showed a great deal of confidence when he moved out of the back four there to strike that one at goal, and Sansome was down quickly to his right to save. Now here's Walsh, flicked on towards Leaburn. Austin gets it away, only as far as Bumstead. Now it's with Leaburn, and now Walsh. Nelson trying to get back on side. Will it stay in? It will stay in. Now Nelson on the left-hand side for Charlton. Crossed in, and Pardew possibly, and Lee, the drive, and Sansome makes another good save. And that was on target from Robert Lee, but Southend with Steve Tilson on the left-hand side. Now the ball down the line for Andy Ansah. Webster takes no chances there, takes no risks, and puts it into the upper tier of that west stand. Gatting wins the header. Cornwell looking for Ansah, and now Ansah can get away from Webster. Ansah is through here, and a great save from Bob Boulder. Andy Ansah was through with a one-on-one on Bob Boulder, and that was a fine save from the Charlton goalkeeper. So nearly 10 minutes gone here at Upton Park. Plenty of action, but as yet no goals. Webster wins the header. This is Jones, and this is Austin. Down the line looking for Benjamin. And this is Austin again. Austin going for the goal line. Now Austin can get the ball back to the far post, and Darren Pitcher heading the ball out into the crowd at that far post after Austin had got to the byline. That's good at attacking from Southend, and the reward is the first corner of the afternoon. So Keith Jones then with the corner from Southend, right-footed. Oh, it's a flick on at the far post, and if Scully had arrived a moment or two later, he might have got there, but Alan Pardew does the safe thing and puts the ball into the north bank, and Southend have another corner. Boulder, the hefty kick downfield. Austin gets there. Bad header from Austin. Leaburn picks it up in the midfield. Finds Darren Pitcher. Pitcher with time to put his foot on the ball. And look again for Leaburn. Leaburn jumping. Flick on to Pardew. The drive. Oh, good save. Paul Sansome. So Charlton have a free kick in a fairly dangerous position, and in fact everybody barring Bob Boulder is in the Southend half. Walsh floats it in, left-footed, and now Leaburn, can he turn? Oh, he tried to turn, he's got another chance at it now, Leaburn. Gatting across the face of the goal, and it wouldn't have dropped for a Charlton player there, and that's most unfortunate, and Southend have got it away. And there's a chance for Benjamin, and Benjamin very close indeed, a foot away perhaps from putting Southend in front there. Now Darren Pitcher left-footed, the cross comes in. Pardew heads the ball on, Leaburn trying to get in there, and Cornwell had to put it into touch for a corner kick to Charlton. And Robert Lee again will take the corner for Charlton. Webster with the flick, and now the chance! Oh, that's a fantastic save. That is an absolutely fantastic save, and Gary Nelson holds his head, and no wonder, because Webster got the flick on. Nelson got a snap header at point-blank range, and Sansome reacted superbly to touch the ball over the bar, and it's another corner for Charlton. Walsh will take, Leaburn the target, comes down to Bumstead, the shot, and I think it actually came off Nelson. Now Leaburn coming in, and now there's another chance possibly for Lee. Can he get the ball across? Dummies back, a feint. Walsh wants to get it onto his left foot, gets it onto his left foot. Pardew arriving, good catch from Sansome, good handling from the goalkeeper. Lee, good flick. There's Nelson. Edwards goes to close him down. Nelson, that's a great ball in towards Leaburn. Oh, and that was very close indeed from Carl Leaburn. Leaburn got up really well at the far post. I thought Scully was going to beat him to the ball, but Leaburn got his head to it. He scored some fantastic goals from far post headers this season, Carl Leaburn. Very, very close indeed there to his 10th this season. And Southend have a free kick now in a dangerous position, about 30 yards from goal. Jones is over it, so it's Tilson. It could be a left foot from Tilson. It will be a left foot from Tilson. Blocked by the wall. Back into the far post. Benjamin for Bowler. Good collection. And here's Darren Pitcher for Charlton. Can get to the halfway line almost. Now Nelson. Nelson with a flick on. Leaburn and Austin in all sorts of trouble there. Sansome just whips it off his toes, and the Southend fullback there didn't know what to do. We're into the last few moments now of this first half. Charlton 0, Southend 0. Peter Butler gets it forward. Webster gets the header on. Benjamin. Webster in there first. And Butler does well. And it's out now to Chris Powell. Powell checks inside. Benjamin possibly the target. Benjamin is the target. Oh, great header! Oh, what a save! That was a fine header from Benjamin, and it would have gone in, no doubt about it. He placed it well. It was going for the top corner, but Bob Boulder arched his back and tipped the ball over the bar. Bob Boulder, some lengthy kick, and that put Scully under a little bit of pressure there. Butler gets it away, but only as far as Pitcher. Now Pitcher looking for Leaburn. Leaburn the flick down to Walsh. Walsh closed down so quickly now by Austin and by Keith Jones. Walsh with a nice little turn there for Barness, and again Jones really putting the Charlton players under pressure and eventually getting the mistake from Barness, but it's come to Lee, and Butler snapping at his heels now. Out to Walsh, and immediately Austin goes in there to close him down. In towards Nelson. Charlton trying to work a little bit of space on that left-hand side, and eventually Gary Nelson forces a throw-in off Keith Jones, and Charlton have a chance to get players into the box. Here's Walsh. Now, Barness, low, towards Nelson. Nelson the chip. Pardew! Oh, it's wide from Alan Pardew, but in fact it must have been Pat Scully that got in and got the header away, because the referee's given a corner. Leaburn, the header on to Pardew. It's a good one. And now Pardew finds Colin Walsh, but Walsh was closed down so quickly by Austin. It's run to Lee, mind you. Now here's Lee trying to turn away from number 11, Keith Jones. And Lee turns one way, then the other, and he's worked it back to Colin Walsh. And now Walsh at last has worked a space for himself. Leaburn at the far post, trying to get it down, and Pardew couldn't get in ahead of John Cornwell. And Sansome off his line to collect. Now Robert Lee, can he produce something for Charlton with this free kick? There's a lot of men forward. Webster, Gatting, Pardew, Leaburn. The big men are up from the back. Where's it? Leaburn. Webster! It's there! Yes! Simon Webster, the captain, puts Charlton in front after 53 minutes here at Upton Park. The marking was very poor, it has to be said, but Webster climbed and thumped the header past Paul Sampson, and the deadlock is broken, and it's Simon Webster for Charlton, 1-0. And Webster wallops it downfield, and Scully watches it very carefully. Powell gets it forward, Webster in again quickly, now Nelson jumping, and that could be with Leaburn, and it is. Leaburn gets it, a toe to it, and now here's Lee in towards Leaburn. Oh, and Leaburn, that's lovely football! Oh, and Carl Leaburn, that's a great bit of football there. He just flicked it to one side of Pat Scully and went for the long shot. Steve Tilson with the corner for United. Pardew away. Butler first to it, and that's a good ball in, and Edwards with a chance, saved by Boulder, and Boulder gets there to the rebound. And Bob Boulder rescued Charlton. That's a great throw by Boulder, and now Darren Pitcher across the halfway line. The ball down the line now for Robert Lee. Powell gets there very quickly, but Lee is first to the ball. Pitcher again in support. Now Pitcher, left foot across. Nelson! Good header, good save from Paul Sansome. Forward from Leaburn, now Walsh, now Nelson. Nelson, he's going to put Edwards under pressure here. Now Nelson, possibly lay off to Lee. And the shot, and Sansome makes the save. It was miss-hit by Robert Lee. But Sansome had to palm it away nonetheless. Now Nelson, one-on-one, now Nelson. Nelson with a chance. Nelson could finish it. Good save from Sansome, but Charlton still in possession with Leaburn. Leaburn turning back, and now Robert Lee. Oh, Robert Lee miskicked it, and it's going to go out for a throw, in fact. And two good opportunities for Charlton have gone begging. Walsh now on his right foot, deep to the far post. Leaburn jumping down to Pardew, he must do. And now possibly, oh no, it's gone wide. Now there's a lot of players over the ball. Walsh, Bumstead, Gatting, Lee. What have they got up their sleeves? And Barness as well to the left. A strike on goal from Walsh, from Lee, and well held by Paul Sansome. Now it's with Lee, and Lee bursting through from midfield. Now Robert Lee, the ball through for Leaburn, and Sansome off his line very quickly. Well played, the goalkeeper. Now Charlton have got three players over the ball. Robert Lee, Nelson could curl it with his left foot. Nelson takes the ball in early. Leaburn, and possibly Leaburn again. Yes, it's there, Carl Leaburn, and that seals the points for Charlton. And that's the goal that gives Charlton their first home league win here at Upton Park for 4 months. And that surely wraps up the points for Charlton this afternoon. 87 minutes gone. Charlton 2, Southend 0. And the final whistle goes, and Charlton at last have a home win here at Upton Park. Charlton Athletics 2, Southend United 0, and that's the result which should take Charlton up into the promotion reckoning.
After the match, the Southend faithful staged a sit-down protest in Upton Park's South Stand. The Shrimpers are angry at plans to move the club from their traditional base at Roots Hall to the neighbouring borough of Basildon. The fans called for the resignation of Chairman Vic Jobson and have promised to repeat the protest at every away game until the end of the season. Later, Steve Dixon asked Charlton coach Steve Gritt if he was pleased that the squad had finally found their home form again.
Steve, first home win in 4 months, you must be really pleased.
Yes, it's been a long time coming, but we've tried hard recently to get it. But yeah, I was very pleased, particularly with the performance.
And of course Southend are no mean side, are they?
No, they're a good side. I thought they showed in places today why they're up there amongst the front runners. They're very dangerous, particularly from set plays, which they showed today. I thought at half-time it perhaps could have gone either way, but we kept our shape, kept solid, and I thought second half particularly we played ever so well.
2 very good goals as well.
Yes, yeah, I mean we said to them yesterday that the game could be decided with a set play, and it was. 2, I mean we scored from 2 free kicks, which we worked on yesterday, which was nice. It was nice to see them work. But as I said, they were equally dangerous from their set pieces, so we had to make sure that we were on our toes defensively, which I thought we were. But I was particularly pleased second half with the actual football we played as well.
You must be boosting confidence, because the chaps must have been a little disappointed after losing on Wednesday night.
They were disappointed, yeah. We've talked a lot about it since then, about various incidents during the game. But there's no point in going on and on and on about it. You know, it's in the past now. I thought apart from the goals, we put up a good performance against Sheffield. We felt today if we could put up just as good a performance, but cut out the mistakes perhaps, then we'd have a chance, and I was delighted.
And Cambridge next week?
Yes, well we all know what to expect from Cambridge. You know, we're certainly not going to go overboard about the way they play. We'll do a little bit of work on them in training towards the end of the week, as we always do. And when we get down there, hopefully we can enforce our game onto them and not let them worry us.
Steve Dixon also caught up with captain Simon Webster at the Sparrows Lane training ground.
Simon, good win on Saturday.
Very good win. It's very important for us to get back to winning ways at home, and I think we've done it with a good display against Southend.
And a good goal from yourself, of course.
Yeah, I don't get too many, but I was pleased with that one. Actually got 3 in the box for a change, and made the most of it.
What's the reason that the form hasn't been so good at Upton Park just recently?
Well, I think on Saturday I don't think we've done anything different from what we've been doing all season. The breaks obviously went for us on Saturday, whereas in previous games I don't think things have been quite going as well for us. Plus the fact sometimes at home more things are expected of you. We've left ourselves a little bit open at times. Been doing really well away from home. Like I say, it's been important that we pick up at home.
And what's your feelings about Saturday's fixture at Cambridge?
It's obviously going to be a hard game. We know what to expect from Cambridge, but hopefully we can deal with it and get another win under our belts.
In the next edition of the